Well, the Baker Hughes Bobcats back on the road this weekend as they resume a 7-game road trip. Very long trip. Moses joining me on the desk, and he has more on it.
Yeah, I know. It is a long road trip, and they haven't played very well, so it doesn't help them out, especially away from the Civic, and, hasn't been too kind to them. But the Bobcats did pick up a win last weekend on the road, and they hope to continue that moving forward. Matt Schumont has more.
Playing 3 games in 3 nights this past weekend, all on the road, the Baker Hughes Bobcats were able to find success picking up their first road win of the season to go along with a loss and a tie.
It definitely felt good to get the first win on the road under the belt, but I think that last game in Medicine Hat we could have came out with a better result, but we fought hard this weekend and could have been better, but I think we're happy with the way it went.
Currently in the midst of a season-long 7-game road trip, the Bobcats know this is a huge part of their season, considering just 4 points separate first from 5th in the North Division.
The North Division's so tight right now, and then on the road we need to pick up our play, so this is a great opportunity to do that, and we're going to take advantage of it.
This weekend's going to be tough for us, and it's a big game. I think CAC's a spot back in standings for us, so it means a lot, and it's going to be a good one.
And speaking of CAC, who will host the Bobcats on Saturday, this will be the second meeting between the two teams, with the Cats getting the better of them 4-2 back in September. However, times have changed, and CAC have been red hot at home as of late, sporting a 5-0-2 record in their last 7 home games.
It's going to be different, now that we're into the season, and they've improved, we've improved, so it's going to be a lot closer game, and I'm excited for it.
We got to go there, we got to bring our work boots and just play a simple road game.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.
All right, in the AJHL last night, the Bonneville Pontiacs dropped a 6-1 decision to the Spruce Grove Saints. Steen Pashnak, the lone goal for the Yaks. The Saints leapfrog the Fort McMurray Oil Barons for first overall in the league. Bonneville is back in action Sunday when they visit Sherwood Park. It was the final draw of the round robin for the women's Olympic curling trials. Only one team of the 7 were eliminated from contention, which set the tone for this afternoon. We'll jump around from sheet to sheet and start with 4-2, Chelsea Carey taking on 3-3, Sherry Madaw. So to the standings, Jennifer Jones, of course, a lock at 6-1, going straight to the finals. Rachel Holman will get second place, so she will go to the semifinal at 4-3. Sherry Madaw and Chelsea Carey, although tied, it will seem we're going to have another rematch of those two tomorrow afternoon. Val Sweeting, her day is starting at 3-0, going 3-4. It's a little tough. Heather Nedwin dropping to 3-4 as well. Stephanie Lawton, of course, and Renee Sonnenberg dropped to 2-5. All right, we got through that. Now we can talk to Scott about what was a crazy, crazy draw on the women's side. And we'll start off with the match we just featured at the end, Sonnenberg and Sweeting. And Sweeting really did not look comfortable, or at least I think her third was the most, I think the biggest factor, only shooting 57% today.
Yeah, not a real strong game from the third position there on Team Sweeting. They had such a great start to the week. At 3-0, they were undefeated, they were at the top of the standings. And then we see it kind of unfold in front of us, and it just starts chipping away. I could see midweek, right now, the way the ice has been tailored, there's changing ice conditions, and it's really affected that team. It's affected the skip, Val, it's affected the third Joanne, and it kind of spreads itself throughout the team, and unfortunately in a losing game today.
They started 3-0.
Fantastic.
And unfortunately lost 4 straight. Sonnenberg, at least she ends off on a high note after winning her first match and losing 5 in a row. Now we're going to switch over to Rachel Holman. We have a 3-way tie in second. You have Holman at 4-3, Sherry Madaw at 4-3, and Chelsea Carey. Madaw and Carey. Madaw got a bit of a break in that draw with Carey, ended up winning it in 10, and Carey really shooting herself in the foot a couple times.
Yeah, too bad, because Chelsea Carey, they're one of the hometown Winnipeg teams that everybody was trying to cheer for, and you could see she was visibly upset after that loss. The game was over. She was. The broom was down on the ice, a little aggressively, a little more aggressive than we've seen her do in the past, and it was straight to the lockers. There's definitely some things going on in their camp, and I hope they get that ironed out soon, because there'll be no time to spare as they drop right into a tiebreaker against Charles.
Yeah, it's a rematch, so maybe you can redeem yourself
I hope
in the
so.
next day. I do want to get to Rachel Homan and her performance. Of course, Jennifer Jones, it's a lock that she's going to be in the final.
Yep.
But Rachel Homan, is she probably the hottest player going into this and the most fearful, I think, for Jennifer Jones?
Probably one of the better youthful teams at this year's event, without a doubt. I saw Rachel Homan hit very well today with her team. They didn't rely on that very aggressive offensive style where we're going to draw and create as much offense as we can. They hit their way to a victory today, and that really surprised me. I expected a little different type of strategy from Rachel Homan, but she's getting it done, and she's a big victor today, which was a huge win to propel her into the semifinal.
Now we'll go to the men's side real quick. Their evening draw, 5-0 Brad Jacobs, 5-0 Kevin Martin. What can you say about these two and the clash they're going to have tonight?
It's going to be a great game tonight. Two of the best hitting teams of the week, and I got to cheer for the old Bear tonight. I think he's going to get it done. Jacobs has been red hot, though. It's going to be a great game, and there'll be no question about it. It'll be sole possession of first place. It'll be the bye to the final. Kevin's been in this situation before. We all know that Jacobs hasn't. It's not a Briar that we're playing here. It's for the Olympics, and I got to go with experience over youth on this one, Moses.
Youth against experience.
There you
That's
go.
all I have to say. Thanks a lot, Scott. I appreciate
Thanks,
you being
Moses.
on. This is Scott Manners with In the House with Scott Manners. All right, to the Lloydminster Universal Heat. They continue to dominate the AMBHL with an 18-1-1 record, and putting the puck in the net has not been an issue, even from the back end. Matt Schumont introduces us to one of the league's top D-men in Ty Smith in this week's Superstar Next Door.
Ty Smith started skating at the age of 3 and had a lot of help from a certain someone in his family to get him into hockey.
My dad taking me to skate, and I don't know, I just got a passion for it, put a stick in my hand and started playing.
He just wants to get better, and those are the kind of players you want on your team that want to get better every day, and he's a good kid off the ice, so he's low maintenance, and I enjoy working with him.
Just 20 games into his rookie season with the Heat, Ty is currently second best among defensemen in goals with 12 and points with 29.
I got off to a good start. I got lots of opportunities, and I don't know, I just got some puck bounces.
He is a very skilled D-man. He has a lot of patience with the puck. He knows the game very well, and he just keeps getting better and better, and hopefully he just keeps improving every day.
Only 13 years of age, when asked what he wants to do with hockey, his answer was short and simple.
I really want to play in the NHL. WHL is another goal of mine too.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.